So good afternoon, everyone. So I was the scribe of Team 4. The members were Dixon, Harriet, Rose, Royce, and Anthony, and our brother here. So we developed a communication plan for the Department of Pharmacy. There are a number of slides.
It's good to know your technology. Here's a little arrow.
Okay.
You click this arrow.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so communication plan to improve graduation rates in the Department of Pharmacy, hence the title, Higher Graduation Rates. The objective, improving student graduation rates. The audience are academic staff, and these include the teaching staff and laboratory personnel, and also students, because academic performance of graduation rates are an outcome of efforts from different groups. Two core groups, definitely some people may argue that it includes parents of these too. Methods, we propose to hold meetings, separate meetings for students and separate meetings for academic staff, to make sure that people can come out openly about what challenges they may be facing, which could be hindering academic performance and graduation rates, where we propose to use PowerPoint presentations in these meetings. And after the meetings, we propose to use a memo to communicate meeting outcomes, so that staff and students can sort of effect whatever recommendations would have come out of the meetings. Resources, definitely shall need a projector, shall need a laptop, refreshments to encourage attendance, but also meeting room. We shall need to develop an evaluation tool priority, and a scribe to take down meeting proceedings and the recommendations from the meetings. The M&E plan, we plan to track graduation rates. In Makerere, we graduate once a year. So we shall track annual graduation rates. However, we plan to review student performances every semester. So meaning twice each year, we shall review performance. And then at the end of 3 years, we shall do a mega overall review to see the impact of any initiatives which would have been taken as a result of the meetings. We are missing a slide, but if I might be allowed to present what we came out with, among the challenges we anticipate to face poor buy-in or resistance to the initiatives to improve performance, and we propose to mitigate this by using a consultative approach in addressing or in implementing whatever recommendations will come out. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Group 4. Questions? One, how do we ensure that this M&E plan is not measuring the outcome, but actually measuring the communication? Because what you're measuring here is the outcome, graduation rates. But you are not measuring whether your communication got to your staff.
Team 4.
I'm thinking that the aim for us to communicate is want to see graduation rates improve. So by the graduation rates improving, that means our communication was effective. That means they got it.
So what if they don't improve?
Probably the communication didn't really sink in.
So you're expecting the graduation rates to improve at the end of 1 year, right? But you're going to communicate maybe in a workshop or meeting that ends after 1 day. Or even if you have 2 series of meetings, they will end after those days. So how will you know that the message has got to your people during those meetings? Yes?
Yeah, so we had a bit of proposals to come up with an M&E framework, which has different subcomponents of to track progress on the different subcomponents to inform the graduation rates. For example, for each course or program, you may want to know what's the performance. For example, for the courses for each semester. So that would inform whether actually whatever was agreed on during the communication, what was passed on is actually being taken out.
So I'm happy with the M&E plan for the outcome, but I'm not happy that you're measuring the communication. So somewhere here, you talked of an evaluation tool. Is this at the end of the meeting? And what is it measuring? So if you can tell what's the difference between this evaluation tool, what is it monitoring, plus what is monitoring in what you call the M&E plan. So this is what is supposed to be monitoring. You're passing on information, even before you measure what the information has done. So you need to put in detail what are you going to measure in this evaluation tool.
Chair.
So, what do you want me to do? I attend your meeting. I sit in your meeting, I listen to what you have to say. What do you want me to do the next year? So that you actually have something to measure next year. I do my lectures, I do my clinicals, I do my simulations. What do you want me to change? I'm as passionate as you are about higher graduation rates. We're currently at 41%. How do I change that we achieve that goal? How are you going to help me to achieve that goal?
So as we brainstorm in the meeting, the causes for the low graduation rates, it's going to be several. Okay? And we're going to find solutions to each of them as they come.
You for me or we together?
Because we think it's going to be a consult, we're going to brainstorm so that we discuss these issues together to avoid pushbacks. They contribute, we also contribute as we are presenting to them, so that we come up with something that is working. So there are many reasons that are going to come up. Probably some absenteeism from lecturers. Probably they handed marks late, or they set very tough exams that things are out of this world, probably. So as we brainstorm, we're going to find out the reasons for the low graduation rates. And these we are going to discuss together with the whole team to come up with solutions.
So you have a PowerPoint presentation. What is the content in that presentation?
So the content is going to be the statistics of how the graduation rates have been over time and how they've been dropping, and then what we think the problems are, and then we can start the discussions.
Any comments for them?
I was just wondering, when you talk about meetings, you said there will be students and staff. Who is going to moderate these meetings? Because I imagine, or we are moderating and I have a few things against come, I'll be thinking, Maria is going to go and say, this person in particular is the one who raised this. So you might not get the information you want because of who is moderating.
So that is an anticipated challenge. How do you want to mitigate that?
Yeah, sorry.
An outsider facilitator.
Yeah. So,
Or we could allow the members to write down whatever their challenges are, but when it's confidential or like anonymous, that way they can be addressed without me knowing that Adrian is the one who pointed the finger at me, you know, now if it isn't that, how would you be able to highlight her? Maybe you report to HR, I don't know.
maybe
So I don't
You need a neutral body.
could do enlisting the services of an academic administrator, like an academic registrar, sort of
Okay.
the issues.
So they mention an academic registrar, they mention an external consultant to do that. What you need to appreciate is that if you anticipate the challenge, then it has an effect on your audience. It makes you choose the right audience, it makes you change the method so that you can incorporate a plan to mitigate that kind of challenge. So, and it affects everything, including your budget. Because if you didn't budget for an external consultant and you realize you need them, then you are stuck because you can't use them since you didn't budget for them.
So another feedback is 6 professionals just worked an entire hour. Yeah, so at a rate of $100 a faculty, that's a $600 budget that you have to have available. So if you give anything to an agency, multiply this by 10, because there is 6 people that will help you develop material from their expertise. Yeah. So this is very quickly very, very expensive. And so you just had 1 hour meeting, and you have a 1 hour meeting with your staff where you brought all of your staff and kept them busy for an hour, yeah, where they didn't produce anything. But as you realize, you may have to have many, many more meetings to actually figure out strategies that your staff is actually accepting as something that they can do and that they will do. It's often not so much whether they have the ability, but much more the willingness to do that. So your communication can facilitate this or set this up so that you have a high conflict conversation with each other. So that's why it is so important for you to think what are the intended consequences, what are the unintended consequences of raising this. Yeah. Yeah. And has the department trust enough that they can handle it inside, or do they really need an external person to come in and facilitate this from a very neutral? So you're asking somebody else from another department, say, can you facilitate this meeting? But if that is the case, then there is so much distrust in this department, and you're demonstrating this, that there's lots of distrust, that people don't trust, that you as a department can handle that yourself. So any action will have a reaction and will be interpreted one way or the other. Yeah? So if you use somebody external, you say, we asked this and this person to come and facilitate this because we all want to participate. So we all want to participate, and because this is our problem. We need to own this. Yeah. And so it is easier if somebody else leads us through the entire meeting. Yes. But be very aware that any action will have a reaction, and usually any action will have a cost. Yeah.
Okay, next group.
Oh, next. Wow.